Hello, viewers. Welcome back to another video. I am Maya, your interview host for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services here in San Miguel de Allende in central Mexico. Today, we're embarking on an exciting journey to discover the real estate wonders of San Miguel de Allende, crowned as the #1 city in the world by Travel and Leisure. And who better to guide us than Carolina Echeverria from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Colonial Homes San Miguel. Welcome, Carolina.
Thank you, Maya. It's a pleasure to be here and share the magic of San Miguel de Allende's real estate scene.
It's great having you here with us to talk about San Miguel's real estate market and lifestyle. But why don't we set the stage first? Could you give our viewers a brief history of San Miguel de Allende and talk about what makes it such a unique place to invest in real estate?
Of course, absolutely. San Miguel de Allende is a city rich in history and culture, I would say. It was founded in 1542 and played a significant role in Mexico history as a key stop on the trade route between Mexico City and silver mines in Zacatecas. The city's well-preserved colonial architecture, with its narrow cobblestone streets and colorful buildings, reflects its historical significance. I would say that in the 20th century, San Miguel de Allende became a top destination for artists and expats. The city's historic center was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008, further emphasizing its architectural and cultural importance.
And maybe also share what makes it a particularly unique place for real estate investment.
Sure. I would say it is a blend of the old world charm with the modern amenities that the city can offer. Also, the city has strict, I need to emphasize this, that the city has strict building codes in order to preserve its colonial character. So that makes a visually stunning and culturally rich environment. Additionally to this, I would say the real estate market has been steady growth, attracting investors looking for a mix of historical appeal and a potential returns.
So you're talking about expats and how they might want to invest here. What would you say about expats living here long-term versus half of the year short-term? What's that got to do with investing in a property in San Miguel?
You know, I would say we have both. I mean, I don't know if it's clearly like, a line or statistics. I'm sure there are statistics, of course, but what I would say basically is that we have both sizes. People wanting to come and make this as their forever home, or people just coming to spend part of the time, like the time that we are just about to get into, which is the snowbirds. The Canadians start to come more or less around October, at the end of October, and the Americans start coming up down around after Thanksgiving mainly, and then they leave around April, May, when it's a very hot season. So yeah, there are many people that have made up their minds and decided just to move temporary here, and the other one that they have decided to move permanently here. So, and the ones that maybe are here partial time, they might or not render their houses. But I would say we have a very interesting mix of both sizes.
Yeah, I guess it's very diverse, the reasons why foreigners might decide to move to San Miguel de Allende. We also have nationals moving from big cities to San Miguel de Allende, like your case, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But let's first talk about the types of properties that are available here in San Miguel and why should someone consider investing here, which you already mentioned. It's a very profitable investment regarding maybe seasonal rents. But first, let's talk about what properties are available here.
Well, yeah, I would say it's a blend between the old world and the modern and very contemporary styles, you know. They have a very, it is a very appealing destination because of that. I mean, because we are UNESCO heritage, for instance, you are not allowed to modify the facades, you know, in basically in Centro Histórico. But inside, I mean, you need to have licenses, of course, you know, because there, I mean, we are talking that there are buildings from the 18th century, and some of them a little bit before, you know, like maybe one or two. But yeah, I mean, you will find jewels. I mean, either colonial or very contemporary. That, I mean, it's always like stunning, you know, when you open a door and what you see behind that door in San Miguel de Allende, it open up, you know, like beautifully. I mean, you won't ever imagine that what is behind that door, you know. So we have a mix of many styles here, you know, and also exists if you wanna just not live in Centro and be all day round in Centro, which not everybody would like to do it. You can go to the outskirts of Centro, which is very interesting. Also, there are very good investments, and there are people that prefer to go to the countryside. And in the countryside, we have, I've seen at least, that you will see from the very rustic, small houses to very sophisticated contemporary houses, right?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of everything. So that makes it a very diverse market. And what about the role of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services in the local real estate market? Can you talk a little bit about the brand?
Sure. Well, I am very happy and I feel very proud myself of being part of this company, which has around 1,500 offices around the world. It is a very known and trustworthy brand all over the planet. And we are very lucky to be the first office open here in Mexico. So, yeah, very happy, very happy.
Thank you for sharing this. Yes, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is the largest real estate company. So the fact that this company decided to open in San Miguel de Allende talks a lot about this city, its relevance, and how popular it's becoming in the sense of lifestyle and real estate investment. And I know it's not just about the houses, it's oftentimes more about the community, why people decide to move to San Miguel de Allende. So how would you describe the local atmosphere and the benefits of living here?
Well, the community here is truly special. You know, the locals and expats, they seamlessly blend together, creating a warm and welcoming environment, you know. They have a lot of expats and foreigners, you know. Basically, it used to be a town of for retirement, you know, people that basically coming from the United States, and they found out that this was a very nice city to, I mean, just to live the life, you know, and for less money, of course. But as they have a lot of time for themselves and to maybe invest for the community, they decided and they create a lot of nonprofit associations. And I can name some of them like Casita Linda, which they do an auction every year. It's like a gala, you know. And some people, they put the money to build a whole casita for the less fortunate. So that is an event that I really like and I really enjoy because it's not only because that part, but it's fun. You know, this year we going all dressed up like in, you know, the can time, you know, and there was this fantastic singer for the show who is Lady Sen. So yeah, we had a great time that night. But also there's another one which is very famous, which is SPA. We say in Spanish SPA, in English SPA, but it's an association where if you would like to adopt your pet, you can go there and they will just give it to you with all their vaccination and ready to just start raising your little puppy or little kitten.
That's really good to hear.
That's another one. There's another for the kids, which is called Patronato de los Niños, another for women. I mean, the Red Cross also, they do a gala every year as well, So it's a very interesting community and we are very united. We are very, we like to cooperate. We are a cooperative community, I would say. Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. Some people might do these activities where they're from, they engage in social activities. And when they're moving somewhere else to a new city, that might be one of the things they want to do when starting a new life. And sometimes it might be hard, especially if there is no, if we don't have a community like the ones you just mentioned, where people actively help and actively engage in social activities. So yes, as you were saying, San Miguel de Allende has several nonprofits. I think you didn't mention Feed the Hungry, which is one of the biggest ones here as well, or Amigos de los Animales, which is also for animals and just protecting their rights. So yes, if that is something our viewers are maybe thinking that they won't be able to do here, this is a total yes. San Miguel has a lot of nonprofits where you can engage in social activities and charities. So thank you for bringing that up, Carolina. I think it's very important when talking about community.
Yeah.
And well, what about the art and culture? Because San Miguel is renowned for its arts and culture. So can you tell us more about the art scene here in San Miguel?
Sure. Art is such an important aspect of San Miguel de Allende. Many homes where showcase local craftsmanship and the city's vibrant art scenes is reflected in the architecture and design of the properties. Living here is not just about having a home, it's really about immersing in yourself, in a cultural experience. And we have different examples about this. For instance, every month there we have a very nice place which is called Fábrica La Aurora, which used to be an old factory of cotton textiles. And I guess it was one of the most important Latin American during the 18th century. So they gather a lot of different kind of galleries, shops, and restaurants there. And every month they have an event called the Art Walk. So every gallery opens their door and invite people to come over and see what they are having in exhibition. And they offer you, I mean, some of them, I'm not sure if everyone, but almost everyone offers you a glass of wine, and yeah, I mean, that night is very special. Also, we have a lot of public events and very high-end public events like the one that was just yesterday. And I heard all their rehearsal, by the way. It was because we are hosting the International Jazz Festival here in San Miguel. They were going to have, I mean, you can find also like different musicians in different restaurants. You have to buy your ticket, or in sometimes in some theaters, but also, I mean, what I like about this is that the government decided to make it for everybody. So they installed a huge platform in the main square, which we call it El Jardín, in order to listen to the best musicians all over the world, really. I mean, I was listening yesterday to a woman, her voice was just outstanding, So these kind of events, or you suddenly, maybe you are in a bar and you are sitting next to Grammy nominee. That happened to me like 2 weeks ago while I was in a birthday party. I was like listen to these women that she and her husband just moved to San Miguel from New Orleans. I mean, she's got great voice. So things like this happen very often in San Miguel. And also there's another very important event, which is the GIF, which is the short film festival. And we every year invite a country and a Mexican state. So they send some representative piece of each of these places, with their directors, actors and actresses. And also, it's not only going on in San Miguel, they go to Guanajuato and some other city within the state of Guanajuato. But that is another very important event here in San Miguel.
What other events come to mind when you share this information with us?
Well, we have what we call the Cámara International Festival as well, where it's more into the classical music. We have also the Opera International. I don't know if it's contest. I should know more about it because I love opera. I just go and listen to it, but the real event, well, what I'm pretty sure about it is that this event also hosts many like new singers in order to be launched to the world. So the opera one is very, very famous as well. The camera, which is basically chords. What else? I'm sure there's the culinary scene. Well, not the culinary scene, but I would say we have very important harvest festivals here in San Miguel. One of the most important, and I would say the first one in its category. There has been vineyards before, but not as it is so important as it is today. Like for instance, the one that I really like to attend is Cuna de Tierra, and there would be maybe another 7 more harvest festivals like this, and it's a whole experience. You have great food, of course, the best of the best wines in the region. So it's a lot of fun, and it's another very interesting event going on every year here in San Miguel for the last maybe 10 years, I would say.
That's amazing. So people often think that since San Miguel is a very small town, or considered to be a small town, a lot of people think it might be boring or there is not a lot of things to do. But from what you're saying, there is never a dull moment in this city, right? So you're talking about the harvest, which in Spanish we call it the vendimias, right? They happen around August and September.
Right.
The vendimias, then international music, international film. So definitely that's not something that should discourage you from moving to San Miguel. It's not a boring little town. It's actually a very vibrant and active place where you can just find something that you might like, art, music, food and cuisine. You were mentioning the food here in San Miguel. I think it's one of the most important aspects of the city, right? Like the culinary scene. So why don't we talk a little bit about this very big part of the lifestyle in San Miguel? What are some of the very famous restaurants, or some of the restaurants you might go to very often?
Yeah, well, in San Miguel, we have maybe over 500 restaurants. I mean, it's crazy. When I first moved down here, it was 18 years ago, but I've been coming here for maybe the last 30 years. Has nothing to do with the culinary scene that we have today. And I'm very proud because I used to sell wine. So I was in the wine business as well. And for me, I mean, I made some tastings with friends, and some restaurants with the wine that I was selling. And there were a lot of people from many restaurants also like participating in this very special night that we used to have. I brought the wine and another vendor of wines as well, maybe. And the owner of the restaurant used to cook, and we used like to pair with whatever we have in front that night. And then the next week, we have another guest bringing, I don't know, something else different, like smoked trout or I don't know. So it was a lot of fun. But since then, I would say that was, as I said, maybe 18 years ago. I saw how the restaurant was born and how the restaurant has been growing up. For me, is one of the top restaurants. Well, and the chef is Donny Masterton, who is coming from LA. He moved down here to San Miguel, I guess, in 2005, something like that. But he has a very interesting background in the United States with very, very famous chefs and restaurants as well, where he has been before. Okay. And then he opened in the same spot, the bar. So I love going there because the cocktails there are amazing. And they have like this old way of mixing music, with the DJ and the LPs, so it's a lot of fun. But they're not only that. I can talk about some other rooftops, which they are very like desirable here in this town. No? Cuna 15. We have another very nice rooftop, which is azotea and very traditional because not only the locals meet there, but the foreigners and our guests and visitors, they know about this place. So it's a lot of fun going to La Azotea, and also it's atrio. And if you want a little piece of breeze, maybe you can go to Boca Ciega. This is a very charm and nice and sweet restaurant. Is not outdoors, it's indoors, but so nicely done, and the food is I just love it. There is, of course, some others not that fancy maybe, but a lot of fun, and they are mainly for the locals. But as we locals recommend to everybody, it has become, for instance, the Manantial, which is a cantina, one of the first cantinas in town. We get together there on Wednesdays, so we call it Miércoles de Manantial. And there's a DJ friend of ours playing every Wednesday night, and it's a lot of fun. She just like look a little bit about the audience that night, and she starts playing the music that she thinks the people will enjoy that night. So just to mention some, because there's another one, Chamonix, which I really love. There is La Única, which have also restaurants in Mexico City, Madrid, in Colombia. It is it's Mexican, a little bit more sophisticated than the regular tacos that you might find in the street, But we have Italian restaurants, countryside restaurants. Every single day of the week.
Yeah, I was gonna say that 500 restaurants or over 500 restaurants. That means that even if you go out to eat every day, you would not know them all. So it's impressive. And from what you say, we have like the whole range of restaurants, from very, very high end and fancy rooftops and dining to maybe the more which is also great, and people love this, the street food, right? And tacos, or maybe a more low-key cantinas, the one you mentioned, El Manantial, which sounds like so much fun. Getting together with your friends and being friends with the owner and the DJ and just having a blast. It seems like a very, very fun thing to do. And I guess that's part of why people love San Miguel so much. It's got a great community, and people here just hang out, right? They have fun.
We hang out. Sure, we do.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much
there's
for talking about this. This is great.
sure.
So why don't we start wrapping it up? I would like to maybe hear from the clients. So I don't know, may I share some success stories or maybe testimonials from individuals who have found their dream home through Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices
Please,
here in San
yeah,
Miguel?
yeah.
Thank you. So, well, I'll read a testimonial, which is great from Greg Gunter. He's the broker and co-owner, and he's got a review or a testimonial from Don and Carol Blivas that says, and I'm quoting, "I see why Warren Buffett's team chose Greg for the flagship Mexico office of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. Greg sold my Centro home the first week for full price in the middle of the pandemic. We loved the service so well, we hired him again for our second home sale, which he successfully sold. If you need the best realtor for your home, to buy a home or sell a home, do like Mr. Buffett and call Greg." So that's the broker of Berkshire Hathaway here in San Miguel, and he is the co-owner with Alma Cecilia Ramirez. She's also a broker of the first and flagship office. And we've got another great review. Says, "Decisions are highly driven by how trustworthy we feel our counterpart is. If I had to summarize our relationship with Alma and her team, I would say they are trustworthy. Every other compliment we could give them around their service, efficiency, and effectiveness derives us from feeling that we were in good hands. Thank you for making the process so flawless and enjoyable." So Alma has been a real estate agent since like over 25 years. Am I right? I think.
You're right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's
I love her. She's just absolutely professional. I love her way, Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the pioneers here in San Miguel. So it's great that Berkshire decided also to pair up with her, because she's got so much knowledge about the city, just because of all her experience and trajectory, right? So let me read one of your testimonials, Carolina. We were talking before getting on the video about how people might be afraid of purchasing a home here in San Miguel because they're not physically here, right? And you just had a client a couple of years ago, you were telling me about this, who bought a home long distance with you, and it was all through like videos and emails. So I will read their testimonial first, and then maybe you can tell us a little bit about this experience, okay?
Okay.
So this review is from Curtis King and Kamini Kapoor. And it says, "My wife and I first started working with Carolina around December of 2019. We were at once enchanted by her pleasant demeanor. She was always prompt in her responses. She always opens her emails or her phone conversations with something personal before moving on to business, which helps to put you at ease. When she does talk about business, she always has her ducks in a row and supplies the information we wanted in a straightforward way. Easy to understand manner. She showed us a few houses before we found the one we really wanted. We were working long distance at this point and dealing with the difficulties that brings. But Carolina was the consummate professional and held the deal together when our bank made mistakes and we almost lost the deal. That is the true test for an agent, when things get out of their control and things go wrong, in my humble opinion. So nearly any agent can put together a deal when all the pieces fall into place. Carolina was working against a strong headwind, including our bank's internal mistakes, the difficulties brought on by the pandemic, and completely unexpected weather that locked things down in our part of the world for over a week. She stayed the course, weathered the storm, and brought the boat into the harbor safe and sound. We have since worked with her on another deal long distance, and again, she showed her mettle, completed the transaction with little effort on our part."
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great review. It says, "She found what we were looking for and sent us the information we needed to make a decision in a short order. We are currently working with her on our third transaction together. Things are going smoothly. If there's any criticism, is that she is an agent in demand and that leaves little time for socializing. That's a great review, Carolina. What can you tell us about this deal?
Well, these two people are so special to me, I mean, and yes, they're totally right. We started working during pandemic. They wanted just to move down, but they weren't ready yet. But they were starting to look online, And well, what I did was my job. I answered them and just keep going back and forth with emails, And I went to do a video, and in that moment they decided that they want to submit an offer. So we did it, but there was another offer somewhere over there, from another agent. So at the end, yeah, we could have the house, and it was for the next year that they could move down here. So I was also in a way taking care of of their house and whatever. But I mean, we have become very good friends. I do with this beautiful couple that are coming from a little place in Texas, and they have moved permanently here to San Miguel. This is one of the examples that I just mentioned, and they have bought from me that one and two more properties already, and once in a while we see each other and have fun, and either that I go to their place because they have guests and I'm part of their community now because they have their own as well, or we just go out to any restaurant they liked and we just have fun. I mean, these people are so special to me. But that year, I remember it wasn't the only house that I sold long distance. It was another one with another American, very nice woman as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm grateful, very grateful for the trust people have uh, deposited on me. I mean, they have, and at the end, I think our relationship, of course, if they need something, I'm here for them, but it goes beyond that business only relationship. So yeah, I feel very happy and very grateful for having them in my life.
That's
Yeah, that was
beautiful.
very nice to hear.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Carolina. And I think repeat customers are the best testament to good service. So if somebody bought a home from you and then they want to buy another home from you or sell a home, and they're doing it with their same agent, that speaks a lot about your professionalism. So congratulations there. And well, thank you. Thank you for taking us on this virtual tour of San Miguel de Allende's real estate and lifestyle landscape. Before we wrap it up, any final thoughts or advice for viewers considering making this beautiful city their home?
Move down here. I mean, you will have a lot of fun, and it's, I guess, a great place to invest. So I'll wait for you. Salud.
Yeah. Cheers. And also, like from reading this last review, don't hesitate in contacting Carolina or Greg or Alma or any other of Berkshire Hathaway's home services agents. They're here to help you. And even if you're long distance, we just saw how Carolina sold 2 homes purely long distance through email, through video, and they bought the home, and these people now live here. So don't make that become an obstacle when searching for your dream home here in San Miguel.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Maya, for this. It was very nice sharing with you all my experiences. I don't know if you have something else to add or me to say.
That would be it with us, Carolina. Thank you so much for your words, for this very thorough explanation how San Miguel works. I guess our viewers will be very happy to hear all of your advice and know that they can move to San Miguel de Allende without the hassle. I encourage our viewers, obviously, to seek professional advice when buying property in Mexico. Go to a trusted realtor. That's the first thing you need to do when trying to find a home elsewhere, not only in San Miguel, but in the world in general. And contact Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Colonial Homes San Miguel for more information or to just start your property search. And well, if you liked this video, please hit the like button, share it if you think someone might find this information useful, and just please subscribe for more real estate related content. We release videos like this on a weekly basis. So if that's something you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button. And well, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much, Carolina. Hope we see each other soon.
I hope so too, Maya. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.